All right. I made a typer game in C++, and the idea is to eventually letting the user enter, a paragraph and taking the user's time, put it into a Word file, and like build a leaderboard of the fastest typers. So the program can eventually tell the user how fast they are compared to other people. But the program now is fairly simple, and let's go through this line by line. Okay, now the first 6 lines are just things that you need to include to make some of the functions work. For example, I'm using time here because I need time in my program. And I've created an integer, two strings, and in my class called question, I created only a void function. Now, this void function is there to basically do everything that this program does. I've made it taking a string type. So this function, when you call it, is expecting a string type variable in this bracket. Down here, this is where I tell the program what should happen when I call this function. The function takes in a string and make it equal to the correct answer variable I made earlier. It then prints it out so the user knows what to enter. Now this is with the user types, and the program will take the whole thing and compare it to the correct answer. You know what? Let's run this program so I can show you how it works. So the program prints out something for the user to enter, to copy, and then I should. Sorry, just do another one. Leave me not alone. So because the idea is to type after this and try to finish the whole thing as fast as possible, the program, this line is basically comparing what I entered to the line above. If I got it correct, if these lines are the same, it will print out good job, you got it right. And the score will be score itself plus 1. Else, if I just enter J here, it will print out you got it wrong. Now let's move down to the main. Since I've made a function that conveniently does all those fussy steps uh, right down here, I can just call the function 3 times to do the same thing 3 times, but with different inputs. If you see here, I typed he turned to her and waved goodbye in the brackets. That means the function has taken in this line as the correct answer variable. So it will print that out on the screen first, and you see that as the first line. And next, I should enter, and the program will compare my answer, my input, to the correct answer. Because I, didn't enter uh, the right text, the computer will say you got it wrong. And because I didn't get it right, my score remains 0 at this point. I got this one right, score is score plus 1, that's 1. And because I got it wrong, my final score is 1. Now, the last cool feature I have that I also learned today is using the time, um, using the clock function. Now, clock function is only made available to you if you include the time.h earlier. Right here, I've made integer ticks equal to clock. Now, clock basically tells you how many, how to say, ticks there are. And it's basically, I'm not sure what it is at the moment, but it's not time in seconds. To make it time in seconds, we have a very convenient variable, defined variable here called clocks per second. So if we divide clock by clock per second, we get the time in seconds. So that's why I can print out time at the end. You see right here. It took me 47 seconds, and I got 1 out of 3 right. Well, yeah, that's my tutorial today, and have a good day.